This story is about the time that a fire exposed that my boyfriend was cheating on me, y'all. Women are weird, and then they be in your face. In fact, I even had a photo of his tag in my phone. They was just on some hater shit at times, and then be trying to be friendly with me behind my back. They wanted my man. Baby, what you know, I'm from Memphis, baby. We got pimping in there. Stop playing with me. What's up, family? It's your big sis T Renee, and I am back today with another story. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hey, I'm hoping that one day you find something on this platform that resonates with you and make you want to come back and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know y'all are here for a story time, and that's exactly what I'm going to give you. But before we get to that, y'all go ahead, drop down below in the comments section, leave a hey girl, hey, what's up, big sis? All comments are welcome and greatly appreciated. Just keep them respectful. As you all have seen the title, you have an idea of what this story is going to be about. So family, let's get to that story. What's up, my people? I know it's been a couple weeks since I gave y'all story time. Like I've mentioned in a video before, I've been mentally trying to get myself back together, just trying to get some things taken care of with my home. And I just kind of like needed a little break. Yes, I know most of y'all are here for my story times, but I want to share my other life experiences with you all as well, you know, outside of my story time. So that's what I've been kind of transitioning back into doing anyway, because that's how I started my channel, doing my story times and doing that. I've told y'all this before, and some of y'all may not know. So you may get some other videos from time to time because that's just what it's going to be over here. So I'm hoping y'all fall in line and watch my other content as well. And my vlogs will get much better over time, but y'all please tune in and show love to my other content as well. It will be greatly appreciated. If y'all fool with me for real, then y'all would do just that. You know, I know a lot of people like, hey, we just want the tea, the drama, but I mean, you won't get the tea, the drama without knowing what other things that are going on in my life, because it may be some stuff that pop in that you don't even know popped in if you ain't tuning in. But anyway, make sure y'all continue to like, comment, and hype my videos as well. And if you haven't subscribed and you tuning in, baby, what you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and show your girl some love. Help your girl channel to help your girl's channel to help your girl's channel to continue to grow. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I got tired tongue real fast, trying to give a lot in because I don't want this to be too long and y'all here for that story. But yes, y'all, we about to do that, y'all. But right now, I'm baby finna eat this fruit. I'm eating some fruit and some vegetables. Well, I ate my little... I'll show y'all what I ate. But y'all, look at these grapes. These some city grapes. These are the grapes I'm gonna eat, baby. If they ain't got season, I ain't eating it. So basically, I'm eating some grapes, strawberries, and blueberries. And I got some yogurt, y'all. My hands are probably rusty as ever, baby. Don't pay that, don't mind. Yeah, I know I got them in a plastic bowl, y'all. They was in my house, and I just wanted to use them up, you know. I threw out all my plastic stuff, but these were like some little containers that was here. I said, you know what, put my little fruit in here for the week, because I do meal prep on Sunday. Meal prep on Sunday is so important in my life, so... I take my time to do that, and everything else is irrelevant. But anyway, y'all, let's get to that story. So, in today's story time, I'm going to go back, throw it all the way back into when I was in college, babe. I had some times in college. I'm sure a lot of people have had times in college, especially if you were somebody that went away to college, whether it was still in state, but at another place, you know what I'm saying? Or whether you went farther away, or even if you stayed in your state, but you spent a lot of time on campus, in the dorms, in the college apartments, and you were just in the mix, then you understand that there'd be all kinds of stuff going on. So those experiences are different than when you're just staying in your city and you just attending classes or attending online. It's not the same experience. So yes, y'all. And at one point in time, I stayed off campus in this city too, but you know, that's not the case here. During this time, I was still in the dorms. So during this time, I was in the dorms, like I said, some time ago. Y'all gonna have to go check out those college series story times. I just had to go down a rabbit hole. I got people in different story times, and I don't even think I have it separated college life. I think I have just stuff in millennial drama, and then I have some people under some toxic friends or some stuff like that. those were a lot of those college story times are. So this story is about the time that a fire exposed that my boyfriend was cheating on me, y'all. Yes, y'all. Okay, so like I said, I was staying in the dorms or whatever. Keep going my homegirl, just living a great dorm life, going to class, taking care of my business. I even had a little part-time job, because I just wanted extra money to take care of some things. You couldn't just rely on scholarship and the state funded money that they give you for whatever. I needed my own income because I like to look good. It was so cheap to buy cute little outfits. We didn't just have no rainbow. We had stores like 579 and Wet Seal. Y'all, it's Charlotte Russe. It's so many of them stores that are gone now, y'all, that I love. I can go in and find me some cute little $5, $6, $7 outfits and be fly as shit. You don't have to spend a lot of money on clothes. And still to this day, I am not somebody that want to spend my money on name brand things if I ain't got to. If you that girl and you fly, you ain't got to do all that. But to each his own, not trying to knock nobody for what they want to do. You spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. But back then, we didn't care about no stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, maybe some cute handbags and shoes, a nice little whip, but yeah, don't really matter. So, and during this time, I don't think I was even talking to Savage because I can't remember what year this was. It might have been like my little sophomore year. It was like, he was a guy that I dated back home, my little first boyfriend, high school boyfriend or whatever. And we was off and on during these times. Like I said, I was away at school. So we weren't really taking each other serious. But, when I went home and visit, we hung out and we was where we were. But yeah, so during this time, I was just dating around, but I was a little more trying to take this one guy probably a little more serious than others, and we're going to call him Ryan. Now, Ryan, basically, he just fit the description of most guys that I dated around this time. I don't know what it was. It's just that these type of guys were guys that was approaching me. Tall, light skin, slender, nice build. They weren't skinny, but they had a nice frame. They was fit. Let's put it like that. A little muscular. Took care of themselves outside of probably drinking and smoking tree. But other than that, they, look good, kind of pretty. I'm not really big on pretty boys, but this one in particular, he might have been a little pretty. I like a dude with a little ruggedness to him, he was kind of pretty. But he wasn't like no smooth talker trying to do the most to get my attention and giving fake. He wasn't one of those guys. He was a really nice guy, very smart, had a lot going in the near future for himself. In those times, I wanted to date guys that were going to be very well off later on in life. They was in college for a reason, and they was active in the school, and they wanted great things out of life. So I wanted to be around those type of men. I don't know where the transition happened. But honestly, y'all, some things in life, I'm not going to say I regret, but some things in life I wish I would have done a little differently, because one of those guys could have been my husband for real. But in my mind, during that time, after something happened, I guess I was just like, man, whatever. I don't want that. I thought I wanted that, but I don't want that. But anyway, back to this story. So yes, things are going so good for us. So I thought they were. But like I said, it's always that little inkling that sits in the back of your mind like, hey, what if? What if the things I've been hearing people say is true? Like, what if he really out here doing certain things? Because when girls know you dating somebody, y'all got something going, they see y'all all out in public, all booed up and stuff. Oh, they suddenly like this guy, but at first you weren't really checking for him. I ain't saying these girls weren't checking for him, but it just seems like women get real catty around these times. They want what you got. And it was kind of like that, but he was choosing up on me. And where was he from, y'all? He wasn't. And so most guys that felt some type of way, they feel like they was a little jealous, they was wanting to be funny with me when I started kind of taking him serious, was guys that were from my hometown. It's like the guys from my hometown felt like we should date each other. No, y'all like my brothers, y'all. I want somebody different. I want something different. And during those times, I didn't want to date nobody from my hometown. So yes, I was dating this dude. Ryan was from Where was Ryan from? I think Ryan was from Louisville, Kentucky. He wasn't that far from Tennessee. That's not that far from Tennessee, but he was from Louisville. So it's like, you know, you kind of like us, but it don't really matter. Just people would just be so weird, and then women would just be suddenly want to be out of his space, speaking to him, be extra friendly, trying to get him to talk. They come up and be like, so in class, did you hear, you know, just talking about stuff about class and all that. Probably don't a bit more care about none of that. Probably didn't need his notes, probably didn't need help with nothing. They just wanted to be in his space because I was talking to him. And I wouldn't say I was a popular girl, but it was some girls that I know was super popular, because, you know, they started there in they freshman year. I was at another school in my freshman year. I guess they just feel like, oh, you could have been, yeah, women are weird. And then they be in your face. And like I said, they was just on some hater shit at times. And then be trying to be friendly with me behind my back. They wanted my man. But I ain't care none about that, because he just act like he wasn't studying none of them. But a person can be under you every day and still be out here doing you wrong. And that's exactly kind of how this was. This is exactly how this was. And one day, like I said, we were just chilling at the dorms or whatever. We were down in like we had like a beauty shop in our dorm or whatever. In this particular dorm, they had like an all little beauty room or whatever. You can go in there, wash your hair in the shampoo bowls and the dryers. They had all that going on in there. So we was down there, we were chilling, acting a fool per usual, being all loud and rowdy. But then suddenly we hear ambulances and all kinds of noise, and people's loud and somebody's screaming. Suddenly, apparently it was a fire that had broke out in our dorm. So y'all, we are rushing up out of there. They evacuating us out the building. And as I'm walking out, I'm looking over in the parking lot or whatever, because that's where we walking. I'm noticing I see a car that looks very familiar. I'm like, and I'm talking to my roommate. At the time, this was when I've mentioned my roommate that I stayed with off campus. I called her Chlamydia. And if y'all want to know why I gave her the name, y'all gonna have to tune in and to this story time, which I will link in the description to figure out why I gave her the name Chlamydia. But yeah, at this time we was in the dorm. When we first met each other, whatever, before we moved off, we was in the dorm together, of course. So I was like, girl, that looked like Ryan's car. She's like, girl, you know a couple people got that car here. I was like, no, I know this car. It has a certain it has certain scratches on it. And you just know somebody's car has these little things in the little rearview mirror or whatever, the mirror, he had something dangling on it. I know this man's car. And then I'm a person where I be trying to remember people's tags. I'm like, if this tag has certain amount of that number on there, this is his car. Yes, y'all, I was on that back then. Matter of fact, I even had a photo of his tag in my phone. So yes, I went to the photo in my phone. I said, matter of fact, I got a photo in my phone. I matched up the photo to the tag. I matched up the numbers on the tag to the photo in my phone, and lo and behold, was him. I'm like, now why the hell his car here? He ain't called me and told me he here. What he doing here? Where he at? You know, granted, we were by this like field area. I can't remember exactly what it is. But it was kind of by somewhere. He could have been somewhere else. He really could have been in another part over in this lot. But I hardly doubt he was just over here hanging out with these folks. I really doubt that. So I'm like, maybe his car broke down. I don't know. But he should have called me, because he's literally in our parking lot. Like right in the front of it. He's in the lot. So, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to trip too much, because this could be anything. But y'all, eventually he comes out and he goes to his car. He didn't see me, but I see him. And as I'm finna walk, my mom like, girl, hold on. Let's see who get in the car with him. Let's see who get in the car with him. He drives off because nobody gets in the car with him. But y'all, as he's driving off, I saw the back of somebody's head. I saw the back of a female head. And I know it was a female because they had red braids. It was some type of red. I ain't gonna even say braids. It was red hair. Because at the time, I didn't know they were braids. It was a few people that had red hair that would be at our dorm or whatever, that was in our dorm. But like I said, I just knew it was some red hair. I didn't know it was braids or sewing or whatever. So at the time, I'm just like, that's somebody with red hair. Who the hell got red hair? Who the hell got red hair? Y'all, it could have been anybody. It couldn't even have been nobody in my dorm. It could have been anybody. So at this point, I'm furious. Yeah, I know I probably shouldn't really be too mad because I was talking to other people, but I was taking him a little more serious, and I kind of had stopped talking to those people a lot. I kind of was cutting folks off for real. But the fact was, you over here in my dorm. That's what really blew me. If you're going to be out here talking to somebody else, do not talk to nobody in the place where I sleep. Talk to somebody in another dorm. You could have talked to somebody in the co-ed dorm, or somebody in one of the other dorms way on the other side of campus. But the fact that you was talking to a chick in my dorm, oh, that blew me, because that made me so embarrassed. Like, that embarrassed the hell out of me, because I'm like, I'm up here praising like, oh, he ain't worried about these girls, but in the same sense, you being disrespectful and you talking to a chick in my dorm. And we made that a rule. If you're going to talk to somebody else, make sure it ain't nobody that sleep where I sleep. Because at the time, he stayed in the college apartments. And, it's a lot of people over there, but I still made sure that I did not talk to guys that was in the particular apartments that he was in. It's other apartments. It's guys around the city. It was a guy around the city that I was talking to. But the fact that you talked to a chick that was in my dorm, and at the time, I don't know if there was a chick in my dorm, but it was a chick in my dorm, y'all. And y'all know who the chick was? The chick was a chick that I was with every other day. This was my roommate's cousin. Now, granted, my roommate Chlamydia and this cousin aren't really cool, because this same cousin was messing with a dude that my roommate Chlamydia was talking to. She was talking to this dude, and she was talking to my dude. Yes, and the cousin is Erica, y'all. But, like I said, she was around because, that's her cousin. So she ain't tripping too much, because she like, that's just another ninja. I ain't tripping, but she foul. I can't trust her 100%. But, that's her family. She's still showing love to her family. So she was around. But I should have known you can never trust a chick that played both sides. If she would do it to her blood, what make her think she ain't gonna do it to you? And now that I think about it, during that time, she was just always, oh, girl, he's so fine. That's your boo, girl. You better take care. Just saying little stuff, and I ain't paying her no mind, because I'm like, she checking for her dude. She ain't worried about mine, but she was apparently. So you the pass around chick. But I wasn't even so much as mad as her as much, because the simple fact remains, you broke protocol, Ryan, and you talking to a chick in my dorm. And I just felt like really he got with her because it's so easy for him to hang out with me and then hang out with her, because once I'm inside and he feel like I'm up in my space in my room, he can call her to come on out, because I ain't thinking about coming back down. I really felt like that was his mindset. And then again, the type of chick Erica was, she pushed up on him too. So when he told me, man, she kind of me, like, she was just trying to get me, because once I confront, so yeah, I'm moving too fast, y'all. So I don't know. She could have pushed up on her. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. Y'all moving too fast. But anyway, so of course, eventually I confront him. I didn't say nothing to him that day. I waited till I saw him the next day when he came to my dorm to come meet up with me or whatever. Because this was like over the weekend. This was like a Friday. Yeah, it was like a Friday evening when all this happened. So apparently she spent Friday night with him or whatever. I wasn't paying no attention. I wasn't watching out my window. I didn't even call him. He did text me or whatever. And then he actually called me. It was like, I'm just calling to say good night. Yeah, I didn't say nothing to him because I knew I wanted to be face to face to confront him. Because I don't know, y'all. I just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna wait till I see him. I'm gonna let him get what he getting with her tonight. Cause whatever. It's other dudes. Shit, I can go hang out with another guy if I really wanted to, but I wasn't on that type of time. I sit in my dorm with my roommate and we talk stuff with the other girls and our sweet mates. And I plotted and I schemed on what my next move was gonna be in my mind. We talked about little things we was gonna do with them. But in my mind, I already knew like I'm finna do the most. I'm finna embarrass the hell out this dude and this hoe. Cause she's a hoe. She's a hoe. So I knew that I was finna be putting, babe, I'm finna get my get back. And it's gonna be epic. So yes, y'all. My dude was cheating on me with a girl that I was cool with. A girl that slept in my dorm. And so the next day when I saw him, he finally comes back and he reaches out to me. It's a little in the afternoon. I'm guessing around this time he done dropped her off, let her go in. And so about 1:15, he calls me. What's up, babe? What you got going on? I'm missing you. What's up? What you want to do today? I said, it don't matter. Whatever you want to do today. He was like, so, how long you think you gonna be before you can get ready? I said, I'm up. I got clothes on. So what's up? Where we going? He's like, come on, just hop in the car. Yeah, I'm sorry. He was like, come on, I'm downstairs, hop in the car. I said, so you knew that I was gonna be ready. He was like, he said, I was already coming over here anyway. I knew we was gonna probably hang out. And I just wanted to be close so I wouldn't have to be waiting forever. You wouldn't have to be waiting that long for me to come. I was like, okay, that's so sweetie. You're so sweetie. Y'all just playing along and let him think that I'm stupid as hell. Nah, he must really think I'm a fool. Baby, I know what you did. You dropped her off and you was already over here and you just figured, I'll just wait around on her to get herself together. And yeah, he already knew what he was going to say. Playing and trying to play with me, baby. I am not the fool, baby. Baby, what you know, I'm from Memphis, baby. We got pimping in there. Stop playing with me. Anyway, don't matter. So, yes. I go there, I get him I wait about 10 minutes, y'all. I wait about 10 minutes and then I go downstairs. And then, of course, my roommate, she walking out. She finna go where? She finna go with, like, some other girls who was cool in the dorm. I think they finna go have lunch or some shit like that. I don't know where she was going for real. But I just know she was with some other girls. So she was like, girl. She just laughing. Like, what you laughing for? She said, 'cause girl, you crazy. And I'm guessing she's talking about the stuff that I was talking about that I was going to do last night. I did tell them some stuff I think about doing. We were just joking, though. I don't know. But I was serious. They thought I was joking, but I was dead ass serious. So, yes, I go with him. And I definitely confront him. I said, so, I saw your car over here. So, who was in the car with you last night? He's like, what you talking about? What you talking about? And y'all, man, at this time, we're driving off. You know, we out the lot over there at the school and we on the street or whatever. And I couldn't hold it in. I was trying to just spend the entire day without confronting him. Like, in the beginning, I was going to wait till I got to his house and do the most. But I said something to him then because it just sat there. I couldn't hold it in any longer. So he got every excuse in the book. Oh, no, nothing like that. Like, that was one of my classmates. We had tutoring, whatever. And I just told her I'd come over here and get her and then take her over here where our group and all that was. Which, honestly, could have very well been true. Because I know for a fact that him and Erica had a class together. And matter of fact, that's probably how she was able to reach out and shoot her shot at him. And she definitely shot her shot at him. He told me, but she confirmed it because eventually my roommate said something to her. And this was all today. Like, I guess wherever my roommate was, she talked to her cousin, she seen her, and she confronted her. And then, you know, of course, my roommate, she's texting me. Probably when she was with her, I think she was with her. So she's texting me or whatever. Like, turns out that she went up to him and asked him out. She actually admitted that she was talking to him. I said, so they are talking. I said, he just told me that he took a girl from over here to go do tutoring with the group tutoring with his classmates. She's like, I should say, well, that can be true. But she said that that's one of her new little boos now. And he said that he finna be done talking to you. I said, he about to be done talking to me. So I'm telling him all this. I'm showing him all this or whatever. And he's like, that girl crazy. That girl lying. She was just one of the chicks that was with us. And y'all just letting it on think. So, you know, I let him think that I believed him. I left it alone because, like I said, in my mind, I was going to let this go on for however long I needed to embarrass the hell out of them. So I let it go. I hung out with him the rest of the night. And we had a good little time chilling or whatever. And I didn't trip too much. But I knew that some more was going to come. So I let it be what it be, y'all. I ain't dig too deep. I ain't trip. I said, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Because what happened next, y'all? Y'all gonna have to tune back in for part 2 of this story. Yes, y'all. It's not gonna be a lot of parts. We're just going to see how it flows because it definitely gets crazier on down, y'all. It definitely gets a little more juicier because, y'all, You got to be careful who you dealing with, man. Of course, you just never know. And even when you're careful, people will surprise you. One thing I will say, y'all, always use protection if you sleeping around with multiple people. Not all the times you're dating people and you're sleeping with them. But if you're not sure that somebody you're talking to is sleeping with multiple people and you know they're openly dating other people outside of you, always use protection with them, y'all. Always use protection with them, because just because you're keeping your goods with one person does not mean that they're keeping their goods with one person. Y'all tune back in for part 2. I hope y'all stay for the duration of this video. I know y'all been waiting so long for me to give y'all a story time, and I'm gonna try my best not to neglect y'all no more. Even when I go on other trips, y'all, I'm gonna try my best to just sit down and do content. I gotta do that. Y'all are tuning in. And for my membership people, I love y'all so much for sticking around and showing the love. That's why I've been making sure I've been giving y'all something, because y'all paying y'all coins to me. So I'm going to make sure I always give y'all something. And I got a little story time special coming up for y'all too. It ain't this, but it's going to be some kind of juicy. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in. Again, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all continue to like this video, subscribe to this video, hype this video, because that really helps your girl out there. Share it if you need to. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, tell your sister, tell your cousin, your brother, whoever, y'all. Leave something down in them comments. It don't matter what it is, but make sure y'all keep it respectful, because I definitely will block you and report you to the YouTube community outreach program that protects us. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all go check out my other videos as well. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. To catch up on any prior story times that were mentioned in today's video, make sure you click the links in the description below. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel.